This the best hood channel on YouTube. Rap news, street politics, and we back with another gangster report card. Now y'all seen us do 2 volumes of the Crips. We not done with that side. It's still some dudes that we gonna touch on, but we gotta give y'all volume 1 of the current state of gang banging with the Bloods though. Now again, we done been to these hoods. We done been on both sides of Compton, Watts, West Side and East Side of South Central, Inglewood. So we done seen these sections that most of these dudes are gonna come from. But overall, we touching on all B-Dog representation to the public, whether it be rappers, podcasters, internet personalities, whatever it is. The current representation of the Bloods is getting a spotlight right here.
Me too. And I just saw Rap News and Street Politics doing their Crip report card. And so I know what grade you guys got, even though you all don't know.
Now, one thing we see a lot, man, we see a lot of Crips on the internet to the public in the entertainment industry. And some of the Bloods be low key. You know what I'm saying? Some of the Pirus and the B-Dogs be low key with it. They don't pop it too much. But lately it's been an influx of people that have really put their face out there for us to see, you know what I'm saying, and see how they represent the sets that they from as Bloods. And again, just like we did with the Crips, we talking about reputation, activity, and impact that these dudes have when portraying themselves to the masses with this entertainment shit. So let's get right into this shit, man. We got Whack 100, Pacoima Piru.
I'm not Jewish. I'm not Muslim.
I'm a Piru.
I'm a Piru.
That was epic.
Thanks, Chris. You could get us all indicted. Goddamn federal government go say, who the fuck are these Piru characters?
It's a religion.
But one thing I can say, and I wouldn't say this prior to, because I think it's been close to 10 years he been doing this.
A rooster.
I really, at this point in time, and I know it probably don't mean nothing to him, but I do now acknowledge him as a Piru. At one point in time, I thought he was going through something. The homies was around him. But I'm looking at him, his mental state, how he move. I definitely acknowledge Chris Brown as a Piru now.
So now Whack, as everybody know, does all the popping it. Now he pop it on Clubhouse, pop it on No Jumper, pop it on YouTube. Wherever he can, he always beefing with somebody. But we gonna touch on what Bosco said. He do a bunch of popping it and they never caught no phase. He always in the middle of some bullshit, and we done seen him fight some random white dude.
Oh, dropped him.
Woo! Get out!
Oh!
Get out! Get out! Get out!
Hey, get his plate. Get his
Get
plate.
all that!
Get his fucking plate.
Get all that! You touched me, nigga! You tried to rush me, nigga! Yeah, get out!
Damn.
You going to bed.
Now the main thing is with Whack, he's staying Crip business. A major development that we had in the city this year was that paperwork on Big Sad, or the alleged paperwork, the video, whatever the case. And I say alleged because Brick Baby and DW Flame didn't do a full job at showing that the nigga told on anybody. Yeah, we seen him in the room. We spoke on all of that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just say alleged paperwork. The video and the paperwork, 2 different things. But Whack 100 is the one who put that shit out on the Gangsta Crip as a Piru. Now, for a dude like Whack to put out some Crip business like that, on the hood that you're not beefing with, apparently he was dealing with some niggas from Mansfield, Gangsta Crip, and they supplied him with that evidence, and he took it upon himself to spread it out there and start that campaign against Big Sad. You know, that's one instance of being in Crip business. My thing is, okay, if you had the shit, you had the paperwork, slide it to one of Sad homies, because it's being said that Big Sad Homies is not fucking with him. DW Flame saying he not even for Playboys anymore. So okay, slide it to the Crips. Let the Crips put it out. Let the Crips take responsibility for producing the paperwork against one of their own. Now, I say this because we're talking about a dude who walked the yard. Somebody who said he had influence on the yard. This is an OG. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying fuck everything that happened, whether he did or did not have influence on the yard. It's what he's done since he's been off the yard that's been completely contrary to this gangbanging shit in the streets. This is an example right here, that situation with Big Sad. Now, we know he plays both lines. We also see him dealing with niggas from Insane. We see him dealing with DW Flame and Savvy Third. Now, a key thing is Wack picks and chooses who he want to play with. We seen his introduction, pretty much how he introduced DW Flame to this podcast world with Adam. He was playing with Flame a little bit. Him and Adam was kind of having some friendly banter with Flame a little bit on his introduction to this podcast shit.
Fuck you, Adam. Fuck Mike Trail Davis, Mikey D. That's my homie brother. Fuck her.
Hey, I'm gonna trigger you right now. How do you feel about people who would say
His mama too, Fifi? Fifi, you know your son told on me.
that one. How do you feel about people who say Long Beach is weird?
But fast forward to when Savvy Third was in the seat, Wack wasn't really doing no playing. Why? Because Savvy Third wasn't playing.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you smoke cigarettes?
No.
If you were to, what would you call it? If you asked somebody for one.
A DW Flame. There you go.
Wack is not the same motherfucker in every instance. You know, his career has had so many gimmicks in it, like Blueface, that he's willing to go through any length to make it viral on the internet. Man, we done talked about 3-4 Crips surrounding the Piru. The next Crip we're gonna talk about surrounding him is Spider Low.
I'm not sure.
LA guy named Spider Loke.
Yeah.
Spider Loke.
And I apologize for giving
I don't know.
them more.
No, I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him.
I feel like we probably talked about him before.
Spider Loke?
Come on.
Like, is he like a Marvel character or something?
I mean, maybe he could be cast as one. I'm not
I
sure.
don't know who that dude is.
Okay.
Never heard of him.
Well,
Where the situation with Munchie B and Spider Loke, when they caught somebody putting gasoline out of Spider Loke house and Wack posted Spider Loke address. You know,
Somebody poured some gasoline around my location.
Okay.
I opened the door, seen somebody running away. Me and Munchie B had just been sitting there for like an hour, just getting drunk. Another person having fun. I had just did some New Year's Eve drunk shit, unloaded my gun in the air.
Right.
So I had an empty gun.
Okay.
We kicking it, 30, 45 minutes later, I hear some scuffling outside the door. I open the door, there's a person right there pouring some gas and run away. God saved their life, saved me from doing a little bit of time, because it would have been a dead motherfucker out in front of my door. 20, 30 minutes later, Wack post the address. So we took off, go out that direction.
I just don't understand where the line gets drawn. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, like I said, he's from Pacoima, Piru. He's not from LA. He's from the Valley. He's from a Valley Piru set. So he comes and dibbles and dabbles in LA politics, comes down here to fuck with LA politics, and then goes back to wherever he is. But the thing is, he was also beefing with his homies at one point.
Hey, dog, you say one thing in front of Cuba about me, you getting socked out.
Nigga,
You
who's
say
the
that if you want
moderator?
to.
Hey, who's the moderator? Fucking shut his mic off so somebody else can talk, please.
We letting y'all talk, man.
Yeah,
He let that nigga don't want no problem. That nigga know he got problems. That nigga can't come to the hood.
Hey, I like I said, I apologize, but he knows that's why he's talking about he's there in the hood and all of this. He's not in the hood. You know,
So it's crazy because I don't know what takes motherfuckers to realize if motherfuckers ain't good in their hood, and I'm not gonna say that he's not all the way good in his hood, but we never see him in his hood or with his homies. We always see him with some LA niggas. But for niggas that ain't good in their hood, look at 600. What are they starting to do to him now? He's not allowed anywhere because he ain't good in his hood. So what the fuck's going on with Wack? He was getting into it with niggas from 2Ps. Niggas saying he ain't been over there. overdue fades that he ain't took. The same shit that Bosco was saying. The fades haven't been taken with the amount of popping it that this nigga do at the mouth. This is not the representation we looking for. We also seen him in an interview with Big Hit. He not playing with no Big Hit. This nigga pick and choose his battles. And to me, that's not the correct representation of this blood or Piru shit. We done seen him dip into problems with Treetop. When that Draco situation popped off a couple years ago, he was beefing with Treetop. And Munchie B has been in the middle of a lot of this shit with him too. Munchie B was involved in that situation when he was talking to them niggas from Treetop, when they had problems. He's been in this situation when he with his problem with Spider-Lo. Wack is just making a mess of LA politics. We just seen Hoodie Hood all the way in San Diego have a problem with Wack, man. What's up with Wack playing these boundaries? You know what I'm saying? These Crip, LA Piru, Blood, LA Crip boundaries. Why the fuck he ain't just sticking in his hood, man? And to me, man, he just being real messy in these streets. That's why Wack gotta get an F for this shit, man. This is not the representation of Bloods or Pirus in LA. Now, the next person we got on the list is gonna be a dude that has really came into some internet fame lately, man. We got Munchie B from Inglewood Family Gangsta Bloods.
Cherry Chucks with the F-hat. Oh, the ops lit, dude, we bout to double back. Yeah, we lost the big homie, we gon' double that. Let them niggas know the deal with the choppers, minivans and mini-mac. I'm no RJ, but I've been from the game. I'm a shooter in my set, I'm the Blood King James. Keep thinking I'm a rapper, bitch, ain't shit changed. I do this for the dead homies, I don't bang for the fame.
Now, Munchie B has been on the scene for a long time, man. You know, his story is very familiar to everybody in the city. Like I said, IFG, he was shot and lost his eyesight. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna say it started with that situation with BZ Santana, but he hopped on a record with some dudes from Compton.
So the streets turned up, can't be turned down. Just lost another homie, had to bury him in the ground. God bless his soul, where my nigga had to go. The beef is on, now I'm riding with the pole. Got plenty enemies through these Inglewood streets. Came draped in all black, left in the white sheets. I ain't for push ink, but I'm a real YG. Cannot Russell Simmons make his ass sign me on beats.
BZ Santana from Santana Block Crip was on that. Some Pirus was on that. If I'm not mistaken, Poke may have been on that, but Poke from Hoover. But we seen Munchie kind of bump heads with BZ Santana for calling him cuz.
Here, cuz.
No, ain't no more. Ain't no more. It's gone, dog.
He got one.
Me. BZ.
My bad. I should have grabbed 2 bottles, man. I only grabbed 1 bottle.
But you got to get used to that with me. I ain't gonna lie, cuz.
Nah, nigga, I ain't gonna blood you, don't cuz.
Man, you could blood me.
Nah, but I don't, though.
I ain't on there with you on. I'm a Compton Crip, nigga.
Nah,
I'ma
but
say
I don't
cuz
let
no
niggas
matter
cuz me,
what.
though.
It don't matter what you let a nigga do. That's what I'ma do.
On B team, nigga.
Nigga. That's what I'ma do. I'm a Crip, nigga. I'm a Compton Crip, nigga. Yeah.
Bro, y'all doing too much.
Till we get off camera. We good. We Gucci. We Gucci, bud.
Hey, hold on. Shout out to
like I said.
shout out to Facts Not Fiction with a hundo on the Nellas.
I'm from Santana, and that's it.
But why you keep saying that?
Munchie, let that shit go.
Wait.
Now, Munchie B has kind of been extra. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know. We know he not putting in no work. He not doing none of that. That's not his role any longer in his set. We seen him with Spider-Lo. We seen him trying to get up with Wack 100, trying to get that low with Wack 100. But he also was talking to Spider-Lo about not taking up for the Crips. In all, what I'm trying to say is, Munchie B lately has been very critical about gang politics. And I find that very interesting. You know what I'm saying? And there has been rumors going around about some shit that may or may not have transpired about him in the county jail. I don't know about none of that shit. I can't speak on it. You know what I'm saying? All these gang members are gonna have their enemies. And like I'm saying, he's back popping in politicking. I don't know if it's the drink. Munchie B, hey, Inglewood Family Gangsta Bloods. You know what I'm saying? It's a reputable set. We hear a lot about 92nd Street. I'm gonna say Munchie B solid as a Gangsta Blood though. Now up next on the list, we got PDL Zone, Pasadena Divine Bloods. We got Big Hit.
Wiggling, mad at again. After the mins, I'm trapping again. Wiggling, fresh out the pen, fresh out the light in the bins. Yeah, them stock rims. Wiggling, I'm alert on the block. I always swerve around cops. Know who to serve and who not. Wiggling, if not crystal, it's drop. All my exotic is top. Got switches on all my Glocks. Wiggling, I got a big.
Now, man, Big Hit is exactly what the fuck niggas wanna see. Just came home from a bid. Stay solid, rap tight. Presumably a level 4 too. Big Hit has not missed a step since hitting the streets, man. Now, Big Hit is Hit Boy's dad, man. For y'all who don't know, this is a true OG, back in the streets, back in the limelight, and serving the city with some music, man. Now, Pasadena's gonna be up by the 210, but PDL's been ringing bells since DL's been ringing bells, man. But nonetheless, Big Hit is not fucking playing with this shit. This is exactly what we want to see. This is what you want the OGs to look like. He not turning down nothing. As we see this nigga, he not turning down young niggas' face. We seen him on Fig Munity with what he called the Kick Susie. You know what I'm saying? He had that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I know you had to give up a couple fades because these young big as a.
I ain't never get no.
Strawberries, bananas, oranges.
Yo, come to and then it's the key Susie. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
Now all of that, you know, it's gonna fade off him a little bit. You know, that yard time gonna fade off him a little bit, but we can see he's still standing on all that business, man. He jumped right back into the mix. We seen him with all the Bloods, the Rules. We seen him with Jay Worthy, RJ, The Game. This dude has stepped back in line as a factor for the B-Dogs. And one thing to point out, man, is when we talked about Wack was not playing when Big Hit was around. Nobody's playing when Big Hit's around. But it was really something to see when Wack kind of straightened up, you know what I'm saying? Because I would assume these dudes was around the same age, you know, and they both sat down on the yard. But we got a prime example of somebody who's messy as fuck in the streets, claiming this B-Dog shit, and somebody who's really about that shit, staying solid, not doing too motherfucking much. Definitely not in no Crip business as a Blood. And he not doing no weird shit on the internet. This is what we want to see. Now you can see, man, on this list, it's not going to be too many mid-grade level people out. You know, it's either these dudes is following a strict code or they completely fucking up in the game. You know what I'm saying? It's a very different list than the ones we put out prior. These dudes mostly going to be A-tier members or F-tier members. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's going to be a couple in between, but you're going to see, man, it's not too much flutter on this list. But again, Big Hit, standing on that shit, man. He back home. Hit Boys really rolled out the red carpet, literally, for this nigga, and he taking advantage of that shit. This is what we want to see for the older members that's still repping that shit in the city, man. Big Hit got an A. Ain't no other way around it. Now, the next person we got on the list, man, is going to be, you know, I guess it's a serious situation. You know, we've been through this in LA for a long time with this person. And, hey, these niggas have claimed him. They said he stamped. This is what it is. We got Chris Brown, Fruittown, Piru. Now, the main thing with Chris Brown, man, we all know he's not from LA. And we know he was a grown-ass man when he bought himself to LA, hanging around niggas from Fruittown or claiming Fruittown, which turned into now him being from Fruittown. And you know, this is one of them classic situations of grown man cannot get put on the set. It just don't add up like that. You know what I'm saying? Chris Brown, we all around the same age. Niggas is in our 30s and shit. Everybody right now in the mix is between their late 20s and late 30s and shit, right? So everybody in LA knows that time frame. If you was this age, when you supposed to be outside from these hoods? And it was the early 2000s, you know? And my thing is, we was listening to Chris Brown in the early 2000s. You know, that first album, man, I remember I was with my nigga Danny from A-Tray, man. I was like, nigga, you heard that Chris Brown? It's like, 05. He's like, hell nah. Man, played that poppin', nigga. He like, okay, nigga, that first album was fire. But I'm talking, those is the ages where niggas was supposed to be outside. for the age that Chris Brown is. But we talking about he done came around and fucked with some Pirus in this 24, 25. No different than getting put on in jail, man. It just don't count like that. I just got to keep it 100, man. And when we seen Chris Brown a while ago throwing his fingers up and hanging with these niggas, be like, man, something going on. Them drugs, man. That nigga fell into this LA pocket, man. Got on them drugs around these bitches, around these gang members. And you know, for a second, I feel like he allowed that shit to take over his career. You know what I'm saying? But the key thing with the gangbanging, man, we haven't seen it from Chris Brown. We haven't seen him catching no fades. We ain't seen him putting in work. Or, you know what I'm saying, providing something, a safe haven or something, you know what I'm saying, for niggas to be a part of this Fruitown shit. And it's just being passed off. It's being looked over. But reputation-wise, in terms of gangbanging, it's not there. Impact is not there. Activity is not there. You know, he's like one of these honorable members. You know, similar to how when Spider Loaf was talking about Young Buck being from the coast. It's just not completely valid, man. And we got to go ahead and get out of F, man. The music and the entertainment does not define the street activity when you decide to claim and hang with a street gang. It's not there from Chris Brown, man. He got an F. Now, the next dude we got on the list has been a young dude whose name been floating around the city for a good amount of time, man. We got FrostyDaSnowman, Inglewood Family Gangsta Bloods. Now, like I said, man, Frosty, shit, it's probably been maybe what, a dime that this nigga been floating around? Maybe not 10 years. It's been a good amount of time, though. It just feel like it's been longer that his name has been floating around the city with his rapping and shit. When he was fucking with Suspect and doing all that kind of shit, you know, him and Suspect fell out, and Frosty ended up catching a bid. Now, he said he caught a bid because somebody snitched on him. You know what I'm saying? But the key thing is he did his time. He stood on business. Didn't PC up like some motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And came out. When he came out, he really started bubbling again. But the key thing that we see when he came out was him beefing with the Stink Team. Now, all of Inglewood was beefing with the Stink Team, especially Inglewood Family. And it was almost like perfect timing for his career. You know, Draco and the Stink Team, they was mentioned in his set. They was just going back and forth, and his music started to come back out. He started to bubble back up. And that's the thing, you know, especially when niggas hit jail, they lose a lot of their traction with their music. You know what I'm saying? Only a couple people have really been able to capitalize on their jail stint. A lot of times it fucks people up going away even for 1 year when they doing music. You know, it's like the fans forget almost. You know, like they lose a step. And I think that beef with the Stink Team helped Frosty get it back. But again, when we seen Frosty hit the street, we seen him surrounding that Baby Capone situation. The nigga that whacked out that Nipsey mural in the 60s from Inglewood Family. Frosty was outside with them members. And tragically, he ended up on the wrong end of a shooting where he was rolling with one of his homies. It's alleged that his homie died and Frosty ended up getting hit. But I say that to say this, he been outside. He been repping his set and he been with them real members. You know, we don't see no smut on Frosty's name. Regardless of what Suspect said, the situation that Suspect outlined why they fell out didn't have nothing to do with gangbanging. His homies still fuck with him. He still fuck with his homies. And Frosty, overall member from Inglewood Family. I can't say nothing bad about him, man. He's a young dude in the streets. He about his chips. He getting it. And man, we gonna give Frosty an A. Again, Inglewood Family is a reputable set. Very large hood. And Frosty looked like a well-laced member from over on that side. Now, next up on the list, we're gonna have a group out of the jungles, man. We got the Baby Stone Gorillas from Black P Stones. Now, the Baby Stones, they was applying pressure, man, a few years ago out the city. And we did an individual video on them, so y'all go check that out, man. But lately, they done kind of died down. Now, it's 4 members in the Baby Stones. They got P4K, 5 Much, Top 5, and E Killer. Now, we didn't see them do songs with the Gangsta Crips. We didn't see them do songs with Big Sad. We didn't see them with the Hoovers. And we didn't see them beefing with their enemies, man. They main beef is going to be with the 30s and the 40s. Of course, they got some other enemies, the schoolyards, you know what I'm saying? So we didn't see them beef with them. But the main topic at hand, man, is going to be a situation that we seen from these dudes in court. Now, it was only 2 of them. It was P4K and it was 5 Much. These dudes was both in court and they ran across their enemies. I think them niggas was either from 30s or 40s, but I want to say they was from 30s. Now, seemingly, these dudes turned the fade down from the 30s in the middle of court. Now, I know it was court, but for how these dudes be popping it, P4K and 5 Much, these is the two niggas that be popping it the most in their music. They were supposed to find a way. We touched on how Treyway and Tunchi 5 did at court. And this is the same situation that we spoke on with Tunchi 5. We see Treyway get down with niggas from 30s at court. And we seen Tunchi 5 not take the fade with his number one enemy at court. This is seemingly what P4K and 5 Much have done when they ran into their number one enemies in court. But again, the thing is, these dudes be super popping it. They talk all that shit for their enemies. They cannot be caught on camera turning shit down. Now, like I said, it's 4 of these dudes and 2 of them got caught slipping. Now, at the end of the video, we see 5 Much kind of creep out and kind of bang on these niggas, but the whole scene just looked bad. Now, I'm not going to say this completely smuts them out, but it would be the same situation as Tunchi 5. Now, since they're a collective, I understand them other 2 dudes wasn't there, but they all roll together. It's like a situation like this. If you beefing with 4 niggas, right? And you run into 2 of they presumably hardest niggas out of the 4, right? And them 2 niggas turn it down. Mind you, these is they 2 factors. Out of them 4 niggas you beefing with, them 2 factors turn it down. Man, you gonna say all them niggas bitches. You know what I'm saying? So this is why they all gonna have to take this grade. Not saying that they all marked out, you know what I'm saying? But in this instance, in court, I know this is a gray area, but you see it time and time again. Niggas is getting down in court, man. It's nothing new. So I'm gonna have to give the Baby Stones a beat, man. They gotta do better. They be doing all that popping it, but we do see these dudes around the city. We do see them repping they set hard though. But they gotta get a B for that situation that transpired when they ran into their enemies. Now the next dude we got on the list is somebody that's really been stirring the streets up lately, man. We got Snoopy Badazz. From where? I don't know. But I know he say he a blood. So we gonna put him on here. I can't say what hood this nigga really from. But we done seen him pull up to No Jumper with the red and the blue rag. Now correct me if I'm wrong in the comments or whatever. He say he from Hollywood, Piru, Compton. Now, recently there's been some photos of this dude throwing up the ace, throwing up Harlem 30s, way back in the day. He said to have ties with the Inland Empire, Moreno Valley. And shout out to the Inland Empire, man. It's a lot of motherfuckers that want to see us talk about the IE. We ain't there yet. But I know a lot of people in LA got ties to the IE, and Snoopy Badazz seems to be one of them. But where do we begin with this dude, man? So like I said, from when he resurfaced, because this dude is an old dude, man. He been around circling the internet for a while. But when he resurfaced on No Jumper, like I said, he had the red and the blue rag on. Now, it all seemingly started cool when he resurfaced until he started popping it, talking hella shit and get into it with everybody. We didn't see them get into it with Wack, with Adam, with Alex Alonso and Street TV. Supposedly he's sending cease and desist letters to motherfuckers, trying to get niggas to take they videos down about him. We done seen so many people talk about this dude, and it's never been good. This would be the pure definition of a J-Cat, somebody that's not right, man. You know, he's not right in the head. And it seems to be true based on his antics and his actions on the internet. Now, again, the hood hopping is crazy, insane. If he was really claiming Harlem, and now we talking about a Compton Piru, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? That's already, we off to a bad start with this nigga. And something that supersedes that would be the snitch allegation. Yes, he got the paperwork allegations. He's proceeded to say that he didn't snitch on a nigga. It was a shooting where his homie got killed and he pulled up and basically said that it wasn't snitching because the nigga already told on himself and the nigga asked him to come speak on his behalf or take the stand. And he agreed to take the stand or some shit. That's snitching, nigga. Don't matter what anybody else fucking said. It's about what you said. Who gives a fuck what anybody else said or did or whatever, nigga? You took the stand. You told the folks whatever happened. That's snitching, nigga. So he ratted with the hood hop allegations. You see where this is going. Now, we also see him on the internet, man, with his baby mama. You know, it just never, it don't look good. This nigga is not the right representation for the Pirus, for the Bloods, or the Crips, the city of LA, gangbanging, period. This is not it. We seen him going in on his baby mama about his kids. Now, baby mama issues are normal, but not the way this nigga be doing it. Yeah, this shit weird. The shit weird, but it all bubbled up until recently we seen somebody pull that burner out on him from War Lane now.
Nigga, fuck hoops, nigga. Fuck hoops, nigga. Fuck hoops, nigga. War Lane Crip, nigga. Fuck hoops and they dead homies, nigga. Fuck you talk about, nigga.
I don't know if that was real. You know what I'm saying? The nigga pulled the burner out and was recording it. Now, I can make the argument that a nigga will pull the phone out and record it and still shoot the nigga. That's something that would happen today. But, you know, on the other hand, why would you pull the phone out and record him if you really wanted to blast him? I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on the situation, but if it was real, this nigga got ran into the house. Talking about my kids in the house. You know, it just looked bad for this dude. He's a bad representation for everything that the Bloods and the Pirus represent, and he beefs with all of them. He beefs with every blood that's probably on this list. We don't never see him fucking with reputable members from any section. So with that being said, you know what we got for him. A motherfucking F. Snoopy Badazz. It's a complete failure at this gangbanging shit, man. Leave it alone. Hang it up. But next on the list, man, we going back to Inglewood. We got a dude that's been in the limelight for a long time, man. Believe it or not, it's been a minute. This dude been around. We got Bosco, Queen Street Bloods, Ice Burgundy, 211, Rosemo 700. That shit on World Star, that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I still remember Ice Burgundy and 211 giggling in the back seat when they caught that nigga. You know what I'm saying? But the key thing is, we all know what happened between him and Rosemo, and we all know what happened with Rosemo. Bosco stood on business with that. A nigga way bigger than him called him out for the fade. You know what I'm saying? He did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if necessarily niggas had jumped him or not. I forgot what happened in that in the whole entire fight. But Rosemo got the better of the nigga, and I think Bosco had like a broken arm or some shit. Still caught the fade. It was something like that. But Bosco stood on business and took that fade. And after Rosemo died, we seen Bosco kind of go down. You know, he went down for questioning. I don't think he ever went down for the actual murder. I think he had some questioning. Said a lot of funny shit. And we done seen this nigga stand on business lately too, when he caught that fade with Nina Boy. Now, I say that to say this. We've seen Bosco lately really going at Whack 100, and rightfully so. Like we said, Bosco has said Whack 100 doing all that popping it and ain't caught no fades. Man, we just seen Bosco on the end of a nasty ass fade with Rosemo, and we seen him actually pick up the gloves against Nina Boy recently. That's what the fuck we talking about. If you gonna pop it, it gotta be one or the other. Either catch a real fade or step in the ring with somebody. That's what he's talking about with Whack 100. And he's valid for talking that. You know what I'm saying? We've also seen him have a problem with Adam as well. And I think it's just the whole community that's surrounding Whack 100 that he got a real problem with. And like again, it's rightfully so, because Whack 100, man, he's real faulty with this blood Piru shit. Now, Bosco has emerged as like a comedian, you know what I'm saying? And the nigga funny, man. We seen him most recently politicking with some young blood niggas, you know what I'm saying? And he a funny nigga, man. The key thing is he's really put on for his section, man. He really put on for Queen Street. Believe it or not, man, not too many people come out of Inglewood for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when they do, they notable figures, but it's not a lot of people that have really made it out the city of Inglewood, man. And Bosco really put on for that city. Just like we mentioned Munchie B. You also seen Bosco bump heads with DW Flame over calling them zesty or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that went too far, but, you know, we done seen Bosco, again, stand on business with whatever he said. But again, man, he done put on for the city, put on for a set, reputation, activity, and impact is there. We got to give Bosco an A for this blood shit. Now, the next dude on the list, he's been quiet. This is an ex-member of the Stink Team. We ain't seen him in a minute. We got MoneyMonk, 7'9" Mad Swan Bloods.
I be doing what I do cause I can. Gotta show me what you talking, nigga, fuck what you saying. Hit it with a hot do it if you think he's super saiyan. Bleeder for the whole loaf, bitch, knowing that's the plan. Bitch, I mean it when I say I need the bag, I ain't playing. In the field running wild, bitch, no, I can't be tamed. Hate a bitch that be fucking niggas knowing that they lame. Could've tricked him on his back, bitch, you a damn shame. I want 100 FNNs, fuck a Bentley move same. I'm in the ops trying to kill a nigga, fuck playing game. I ain't shooting from afar, bitch, I slide up close range.
Now, as I say that, man, Mad Swan, we all know Eastside, Swans, MSB. They not fucking with East Coast. They not fucking with Crips, man. The Swans, man, go watch our South Central video, our Eastside South Central video where we touch on the Swans. MoneyMonk was in there as well. The Swans ain't playing no games. And what we seen from MoneyMonk, he was fucking with the stink team. Now we know Draco fucks with, or was fucking with, niggas from neighborhood. You know, we know the 40s. He was fucking with some niggas from the coast as well. And that right there, man, when Draco died, MoneyMonk kind of took a position where he's saying, you know, quote, them niggas was fucking with niggas from the sucker side, what he called the sucker side. But my thing is, you already knew who niggas was fucking with. When you started dealing with the stink team, he already knew that they was dealing with some people that was probably his enemies. But we know how messy that stink team shit got. When Draco died, everything fell apart. MoneyMonk was a part of that too, along with Rimble and MoneyMonk was a part of that shit where he didn't stand on business like he should have with that. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is, you should have been saying that from the beginning and not aligned yourself with niggas that was fucking with your enemies if that was a problem for you to begin with. Again, Mad Swans is a dangerous, active hood on the east side. But we also see MoneyMonk with them members though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that he not out there. He looked like he was frontlining with the members when we seen him. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, not saying that he ain't put down for his hood, but some of the decision making that went along with fucking with the stink team, beefing with Inglewood. Remember, he was beefing with AZ Chike.
Nigga, I'm at your house. And it's your house, Chike? Where you at, nigga? Where you at? Where you at, you bitch ass nigga? Where you at? Where you at? Hard to find an Apex check, Chike, or get in this motherfucker. Come outside and play, bitch. I'm gonna see your parking lot for like 20 minutes, marked ass nigga. Chike, where you at, bitch ass?
Now, Swans have been known to beef with Bloods as well, but they've been known to be cool with Inglewood Bloods. So the whole thing is, this shit got real reckless with MoneyMonk's alliance to his set and to the stink team. So we gotta keep it short and sweet with MoneyMonk, man. MoneyMonk got a seat, man, and that's for fucking with niggas from the other side, man. Just because there's money involved, the rapping involved, he's clearly back aligning himself full-fledged with this MSB shit. He shouldn't have stepped out of bounds dealing with niggas from the stink team in the first place. So we know, everybody in the city know what type of niggas they fuck with, what type of niggas are in that circle. That's why MoneyMonk got a seat, man. Now, next on the list, we got a dude that's been repping the city for a very long time. We talking about the early 2000s, man. He been a staple in West Coast rap. We got the game. See the block Piru.
Maybe I should iron out my flag. Maybe I should put another crease in it. Maybe I should iron out my flag. If you gang banging, who you beefing with? I know your baby never hurt nobody, but he got his ass smoked at that mustard party. OG, blood, everybody know me, but I came in with the lil homie.
Now, the game is still making his rounds through the city, man. He's still around, and he's still putting on for the Bloods and the Pirus in the city, man. But from the beginning, we take this old shit, man. And, man, you know, shit just gonna follow you. You know, in life, man, if you do any weird shit, it's going to follow you. That's just what it is. Unless you completely change your shit up. And in a way, game has, man, but the stripping, the butterfly tattoo on the face, I know it's been a long time. Motherfuckers may have forgot about that, but it was still prevalent from this See the Block Piru nigga. You know, and we remember his story when he came out. You know what I'm saying? He got shot a few times in a robbery, went down in a coma, and you know, recently we seen Bosco come out, man. Bosco been a fool lately, but he said he don't believe that shit.
Bro, was you counting?
Nah, bro. I don't know. Nah, I ain't gonna say he got shot in the booty, but that nigga definitely ain't get shot 5 times, nigga. And definitely wasn't in no fucking coma, bro. Fuck you come out of coma and become a stripper. Like get the fuck out. Nigga was in a coma for 5 days and come out the coma and start writing in the hospital. Like, yeah, that whole story was fucking ass, bro. Like, bro? You got shot 5 times in a robbery and nigga, you in the coma for 5 days and woke up and said, hey, brother, bring me some Nas and some Jay-Z and Biggie and Punk.
You know what I'm saying? He was signed to his big brother, Big Face, 100. And I don't know, but he said that whole little story was kind of bunko in terms of maybe the exact number of shots he took, the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Some details about that may have been falsified to release as an artist under G-Unit. But Game came out heavy with the Cedar Block shit, but his shit went down when them stripping allegations came out. But all that's been kind of brushed under the rug. He's not no, let me put it like this. Cedar Block Piru is not a big Piru set. We touched on Compton. We touched on both sides of Compton, the deadliest gangs in there. You know, Cedar Block gonna be clicked up with Ludus Park and Cross Atlantic. They're gonna share some common enemies. But Cedar Block Piru itself, not gonna be a super big hood. So Game is gonna be like the face of their hood still. But it's been stories about Game throughout the city, man. I know some bitches that didn't fuck with Game. You know what I'm saying? And man, I don't know. You know, the shit that the bitches told me, he kind of aggressive with the hoes, and you know what I'm saying? He Game be in his own world. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say that he be in his own world, you know? And with that, I don't know if he's super leading his people with Cedar Block. The whole shit has kind of been lackluster. You know, it's not super top tier. It's not, you know, we seen him with that situation where, you know, niggas said he got beat up by Rosemo.
Right, because then there was the Fox Hills Mall incident.
Right.
Where you were with your son and somebody approached you.
Yeah, but see, that shit got all like twisted. They was saying
Can you explain what happened?
We was in the Fox Hills Mall. I was with my son. I ran into, I think Ice Burgundy and a few of his homies and shit. We had some fucking words. Some words were exchanged. They left there saying that they like jumped me and beat me up and put me in the hospital, which was all cap. And then from there, we started a whole beef, you know what I'm saying? And then, rap beef. And then I think Rosemo got killed, coincidentally, you know what I'm saying? Like with some, I don't know if it was some shit dealing with people in his hood or enemies over there, but, you know, it had nothing to do with me and what we had going on. It was just ironic that happened. Then I caught, I saw 211 at a Wayne party, and I fired on him because of that whole beef. Just being young and reckless. I ain't got no, problems with him these days. I saw Ice Burgundy after a Drew game on, I think on Central, about to get on the freeway. I jumped out the car and just being young and reckless, man. But again, these days, like I said, 211 doing what he doing. Ice Burgundy is doing what he doing wherever he doing. I don't got no problems with those niggas unless they got problems with me. Then we can, it is what it is. It's LA shit. And Rosemo is, he dead.
You know, it's been some questionable things that has came with Game over the years in his career. And I think that, man, that may be inevitable based on how long he's been presented to the public. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about with when I was talking about in the other video with the Crips. The more you put yourself out there on the internet, the more there is to be scrutinized, you know? And with that being said, man, we got to give Game a seat. He's had impact, activity, I'm not going to say, reputation, it's shaky. So Game gets a seat for this, man. And you motherfuckers can argue in the comments and do whatever the fuck you want to do in the comments. We expect this shit every video. It is what it is. Now, the next blood we got on the list is going to be from the low bottoms of LA. We going all the way from Compton to the Pueblo del Rios. We got Projeck Bo from Pueblo Bishop Bloods.
When I pull up in the jets, the people all stare. Hats on my face, waving guns in the air. Don't stare, it'll be a problem. Last nigga stared at me, damn near shot him. Nigga got quiet, playing possum. Her on the gang got out there. Fuck the police, red lights, no stopping. Peace for the low, if it's cake, I'm copping. Projeck Bo from the lows, been poppin'. See the enemies, then his body's dropping. No mask on, still pull up popping. Stupid bitch, all my niggas retarded. Don't let us in, then we shoot up the party. 30-round drum on the bottom of 40. I don't know him, but he swear that he know me. S-T-U-P-I-D. S-T-U-P-I-D. When
Man, I want to shout out Projeck Bo. You know, he reached out to us when we did that East Side South Central video, and we touched on his hood, the Pueblos. And I just want to shout Projeck Bo out because I think we could have did a better job at shining the light on him and his hood when we did the Pueblos in that video. But y'all go check that video out. Y'all check his section out. But Projeck Bo, man. Now, one thing that really stood out to me from Projeck Bo, I seen him with 600 in the Pueblos.
Jets, man. Pull up on this nigga Projeck Bo, man. See how I living over here, man. Where this nigga at, man? It's grimy around this motherfucker. Red and blue make green. It's up, nigga. Let's get it. Wack get on there like, nigga, we ain't fucking with him. What happened? What you talking about?
Man, you see what Wack, man, it was like, my thing is Wack felt some type of way about me having, you feel me? I felt some type of way about what he did, and I guess it's obvious he felt some type of way about what I said. Right. You feel me? My thing with Wack was like, bro, you supposed to be like a big homie for the Bloods or Damus. You supposed to be like a leader. So a lot of Damus all around this world, all around the world, different states and shit, they know Wack as being a blood from LA. So right. A lot of niggas be thinking Wack like got the blood card out here. So niggas be typing in. So when he did that shit, a lot of blood from New York, nigga, from Jersey, all over the world was tapping in. Y'all let Wack get that way, bro? Like, right. They don't got no control over Wack, but Wack from Piru, Wack from Pacoima. Right. I'm from LA. But nigga, just you being a homie, you being a blood nigga, part of the blood shit, like, you mad at me because it's like you trying to lead, I feel like you trying to lead the homies wrong. If you make it seem like it's okay.
I'ma just say, be careful with this nigga 600, man. We seen, hey, y'all go watch our video on 600. We been saying this. Something ain't right with this dude. And now everybody's starting to see. The Avalon starting to see. Atlantic Drive starting to see. The whole city, he not good in his hood. The whole city gonna see it. Maybe the whole city been seeing it, but it just ain't been touched on. But I did see 600 with Projeck Bo in the projects. But Projeck Bo was saying something interesting about how he kind of wasn't seeing eye to eye with what Wack 100 was doing. And we know 600 be fucking with Wack. Overall, man, Projeck Bo was a stand-up dude from that section. He's a big homie in that section, and he don't have no smut on his name. Every time we see him, he always standing on business. And he one of the few representatives of the Bloods from the low bottoms. There's a lot of blood sets over there. Projeck Bo is one of them names that really stick out in the city of being stand-up and about his shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's no smut on Projeck Bo name. 100 goes all the way back to when Wack was fucking with 6ix9ine and doing all that snitch shit, basically saying that Wack 100 wasn't portraying what should be portrayed from kind of a top representative to the masses of the Bloods. Now, what Projeck Bo was saying was that Wack 100 wasn't representing himself properly as a Blood or Piru from California. Like I said, Wack's not from LA, so from the Valley, but most people are going to associate him with LA, like I said, because he always in LA politics. But that's what Projeck Bo was saying, where his viewpoint kind of matched up with our viewpoint on Wack 100 and a lot of people's viewpoint on Wack 100 on how his misrepresentation of the Bloods and the Pirus can be misleading, not only to people in the city, but outside the city as well. And those were the sentiments that was shared by Projeck Bo to 600. But overall, man, Projeck Bo, I would say, fuck that nigga 600. He's no good. But Projeck Bo get an A. He stand on business. He represent the low bottoms properly, man. Now, the next dude we gonna touch on is another guy that's been around the city for a long time, man. He's had his name for a long time, coming out the east side around Long Beach, Compton, that whole area, man. We got YG, Treetop Piru. Now, the one thing about YG, man, it's really one word that I would use to describe him. It's consistent. You know, since he's came on the scene, when he got out of jail, that was maybe like 10 years ago. It was a minute ago. He got out of jail, signed the Def Jam. From that point, he's been consistent. But being somebody in the city, man, I've heard some shit about some people that done bumped into YG way back. We talking like maybe 2006, 5, so around that area, where they done seen, it was a situation, niggas said they done seen him in Denny's with the Crips or in Long Beach or whatever. Fucking, it was some shit like that. And when he blew up, that information that kind of circulated, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen no swaying back and forth from his position as a Treetop Piru member. And being from Treetop, man, it's not a lot of maneuver room. Treetop is a reputable hood on the west side of Compton. And another thing, man, when we see YG be rolling with the reputables, man. We seen him rolling with Slim 400. Seen him rolling with D3. We see him with Baby Dot. And the thing about Baby Dot from Inglewood Family, man, this is how YG got involved in this Draco shit, this Draco murder. He fucks with niggas from that side that was beefing with Draco. He rolls with some of them niggas that was cool with Red Bull. And when you see him, he's rolling with some Bloods. It ain't never nothing else. It may be some niggas from Jungles. That nigga's rolling with some folks, man. And he's also a dude that ain't got no smut on his name. Now, overall, man, because of the consistency, because of how he moves, the impact he's had on his hood, his reputation is good. We got to give YG an A for representing the city in the proper way, putting on for the Pirus in the proper way. He's a good representation to have for the city, man. Now, the next dude we got on the list is going to be somebody that's fresh out, trying to create a real buzz in the city. We got Bompton GeeUno from Treetop Piru.
Nuts. On the gang that I bang, I'ma run it up. Stupid nigga, you gon' lose trying to size me up. She trying to get flipped and sign me up. And the nigga in this bitch drive me out or not. Gas, propane, fly so open on the block and Dolce frames. I'm a connoisseur when it comes to these dumb hoes. I keep me a bitch on her back like dominoes. When I get my issue, I'm telling these hoes vominos go print date. I been that nigga, fuck what he say. Been running phase back to back like a relay. Been turned the spot to a trap where we stayed. I've been known for doing that type of shit since a young age. Stayed in the all black chucks with the red strings. Filling up and down rose crayons, chucking up the gang. Gang tats on my face, gang tats on my back. Every tattoo I got, nigga, I done earned that. Get caught slipping my nigga, then that's your bad. I'ma be up at your front porch like DoorDash.
Now, we touched extensively on GeeUno when we spoke about G-Face. Now, again, we just said this before in some of our other videos about that G-Face video. He snitched on us when we pulled his paperwork out. He went running and crying to YouTube, reported our video, got the shit taken down. It's cool though. Like we said, the niggas a rat. We should have known that. But with that being said, the first introduction that we got to GeeUno was with this rat ass nigga. And you know, I explained how GeeUno was basically putting himself in an unfavorable light or situation by even being seen with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now, they had a little backstory where they had met in prison and, you know, kind of continued a relationship outside of prison. I don't know how true that is, but I do know one thing, man. It still stands. G-Face was a rat. G-Face is a rat. And we seen GeeUno was fucking with this nigga. Now, time has passed and we seen them two have fell out. I don't know if it's because GeeUno really seen what type of colors this nigga had on, that he was actually a rat and he decided to separate himself, or some other shit. G-Face tried to explain it, but the proof was in the pudding, man. You know, but like we said, they've seemed to separate now. But what's done is done. You know what I'm saying? He came out with this nigga, but we gonna get to that. But GeeUno from Treetop Piru, apparently he went down for a body of a member from T-Flats, Tortilla Flats, which is gonna be Treetop's pretty much their main enemy right now. They going up in that section. Go check our Compton videos out where we touch on how active T-Flats and Treetop is beefing right now.
I went to jail for murder. Shit, nigga. Not only is my shit big, nigga, on the internet, but nigga, that shit was big in my city. Like, nigga, at the time when that shit occurred, like, nigga, that was one of the coldest demos, nigga, that had got put down, nigga, in some gears.
But on the flip side of things, in our neighborhood at that time, like, black people had it hard because of the Hispanic gang that was over there. So
the Tunas.
So what he did, it put a balance in the hood over there. You feel me? It was like him being a hood hero because it let them know that we not accepting.
We ain't going for none of that,
We're not going
bro.
for that.
But again, apparently he went down for that murder a long time ago and he's made it out. We done seen him fucking with Whack 100, which is also an unfavorable look. But again, he's been behind these walls, so he has to navigate what the fuck these people on the outside been doing and what they've been up to. He may not know it yet. He may just now be seeing it. But eventually, he gonna find out everybody ain't solid, especially some of the motherfuckers that he's been around up to this point. Now, he's also touched on relationships with Slim 400. Again, these dudes is both from Treetop, the same as YG. And like we said before, Treetop is an extremely reputable hood in Compton. So it comes as no surprise that GeeUno was with the activity. And quite frankly, he still is with the activity, man. He seems to be extremely turned up to this point. But I don't know if it's directed in the right spaces, man. When we seen him pull up back to No Jumper with Wack 100, you know, he has this aggression right now that may be misplaced, so to speak. You know, like I said, he's trying to find his footing in this entertainment shit. And man, the entertainment game is a cold game. And it's yet to be seen if he can navigate it without having a street mindset or without fucking his reputation up like we've seen other motherfuckers do, and kind of how he started to do by being around G-Face and Wack 100. That'll fuck your reputation up. But overall, man, he seemed to be a solid member from his section, man. The activity is there. He putting on for a set. The impact is there. The only thing is, like I said, man, that reputation. So with that being said, we got to give GeeUno a beat. You got to make better decisions on who you aligning yourself with in front of these cameras. Like I said, he was seen with a real rat. We pulled the paperwork and all. The nigga told, you can't be hanging around these motherfuckers and aligning yourself with them type of people. GeeUno with a beat. Now the next dude we got on the list also claims to be a Piru from Compton. But I don't know, man. We got Rich Mula from Fruittown, Piru. Another member from Fruittown, Piru. It's a lot of these dudes, man, in the industry that's claiming this game, Fruittown, Piru. Now, Rich Mula is the nigga that's fucking with that bitch Stunner Girl. You know, some more motherfuckers that done came out of left field with it. That's all cool. But Rich Mula really got thrown into the limelight when he had that situation with T-Rail when he went on back on Fig. So this dude going back on Fig, I don't know the exact circumstances. It was something about the nigga being asleep or something, and T-Rail brought it up. And the nigga Rich Mula kind of took offense to whatever T-Rail said. So he pulled back up to T-Rail crib. And this is the same situation that seemingly really blew this shit up between Big Deal and T-Rail. This situation right here where Big Deal was talking about you letting niggas pull up to the crib and all of that. This was the nigga that pulled up to T-Rail crib. Now we get introduced to his like kind of extra out gangbanging when he went on No Jumper. But the thing is, this nigga's from the Bay. Now, of course, he's claiming a Compton Piru gang. But to me, man, it's something that's off about this nigga.
You feel me? I'm gonna get straight into it, blood. I'm a real gang member of Fruittown, Piru. Like, do for clout. My whole thing be, don't make a peace treaty, blood. Get on the phone, have my big homie get on the phone, and then squash some blood, act like it's bull, you know, his kids involved. I respect that, because I'm a real member. I'm not gonna ever put in harm's way somebody's family, blood. Don't do that, blood. And then now you get on the podcast, you ain't getting no views, blood. Your dry, blood. You trying to bring our name back up, blood. This I know internet this serious, blood.
He look like he from the Bay. He say blood like he from the Bay as well. He don't say blood like niggas in Southern Cali, man. And niggas in California know what I'm talking about. The Bay say blood like as just a like nigga. They say it's like a regular word to them. It's not no gangbanging shit out there. It's a fluent word that's used. So that's how this nigga say blood. But he real extra'd out with this Damu shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just strikes me as strange that he's also claiming a set that a lot of strange niggas have claimed. We got Chris Brown claiming Fruittown, Piru. We got Soulja Boy from Fruittown, Piru. And I'm gonna bring up two members on this list that's really from Compton, from Fruittown, Piru. We're gonna get into them. And you're gonna see how they differ from dudes like Rich Mula, Chris Brown, and Soulja Boy claiming this Fruittown, Piru shit. Again, like we talked about with Chris Brown, it seems like some Fruittown, Piru niggas is circulating through the industry and putting on for niggas. You know what I'm saying? And they checking the bag off shit like this. Now, not saying that he's not from Fruittown, but something is really off about his get down. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Hey, Chris Brown from Fruittown, this nigga be from Fruittown. You know what I mean? That's not gonna be in question. But something is off about this dude. We also seen him recently at one of Stunner Girl concerts where a nigga slapped that bitch ass and he got up like he was security and shit, wanted to press the nigga. I ain't gonna lie. If security wasn't there, it looked like the nigga was finna get maxed out. But again, he's very extra'd out with his antics, with the way he talk, with the way he move. He really want niggas to feel and see and think that he from Fruittown, Piru, which is cool. But again, something's off. And with that, you know, we just gotta wait till the nigga slip till he exposes himself a little more on the internet. But with that being said, how he move with these Bay Area tendencies, claiming the Compton gang, we gotta get this nigga a seat until otherwise it's seen or heard from Rich Mula, man. I'm really in the middle ground with this nigga, and I know niggas know what I'm talking about. Now, to circle right back on Fruittown, man, we got a dude, man, that I really feel like got some real talent. He definitely got some comedian talent on him, you know what I'm saying? We got J Stone Rue from Fruittown, Piru. This is one of them niggas I was talking about that differs from these out-of-towners that claim Fruittown. We see the validity in J Stone's background. We seen he put in work for his set. He went down for his set. He's a full-fledged participant in the activities that goes along with being from Fruittown, Piru. This is what we talking about that's contrary to niggas like Chris Brown, Soulja Boy, even Rich Mula, man. Rich Mula, sum up with this nigga. I'ma just say it again. But you can see the stark differences between them dudes, especially out-of-town niggas claiming Fruittown, and niggas like J Stone. But again, man, Alex really gave him a platform on street TV, but we haven't seen him kind of blow up. This Hollywood shit and taking that shit to the next level may not be on his radar. I don't know. But he does have the quality to do that. But we also, like I said, have seen him have the quality to do some real gangbanging as well. And with that being said, really being from Fruittown, Piru, J Stone Rue gets an A. These are the differences, especially, man, it's so clear when you compare it to motherfuckers that's claiming his set. And he just spoke on niggas like Soulja Boy and Chris Brown being from there as well, and said his homie said they was valid. Hey, niggas that run and say he valid, he not finna go against the program and say they're not valid. That's what it is. But we all know what's real in the streets, man. Now the next dude we got on the list is yet another person claiming they from Fruittown, Piru, and Compton. We got Soulja Boy, man.
That's Compton, though.
Yeah.
You're not from Compton?
I am from Bompton.
You from Compton?
Yeah, I'm from Bompton, yeah.
I thought you from Mississippi somewhere.
Nah, I'm from Bompton. I'm from California, Bompton, yeah.
How?
Now lately, man, since Soulja Boy did his little bid in the county, man, he been trying to be clean with this Piru shit. But the moves he was pulling before, claiming he was from Fruittown, Piru, that shit not gonna go unexcused right now. Now we know he's still circulating around LA, but when we seen him pull up to his hood, in which he claimed Fruittown, Piru, it wasn't a warm welcome from them dudes from FTP. Now when he went over to his set, man, he was trying to be in the mix with niggas and hug niggas, and hey, niggas was ready to catch a fade, like, why the fuck is you over here? And you know, it was some other motherfuckers a while back that spoke on these type of dudes and said, man, they don't belong around here. And I'm gonna have to agree. We know where Soulja Boy was in them formative years, just like where Chris Brown was in them formative years, where niggas was jumping off the porch. He was in Atlanta doing his dance. And we also seen Soulja Boy beefing with Chris Brown. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they only got a spot for one out-of-towner, and Chris Brown had it. Maybe that's why they was beefing.
You can do all that, but one thing you gotta stop doing, my nigga, I'm gonna be real with you. Stop bringing my daughter into this, my nigga. Stop saying shit about my fucking daughter, bro. This not no fucking game, my nigga. Now you playing with something else. That's gonna take this shit somewhere else. We setting up this fight. I'm gonna do everything. We gonna do all that. Stop talking, bro. If it's already said, it's set. I'm telling you right now. On Jesus Christ, on anybody you fucking believe in, Allah, Buddha, I don't give a fuck, nigga. On my daughter, stop talking about my daughter, bro. That shit ain't cool. Real gangsters and street niggas know, number one rule, no girls, no daughters, no kids. You's a bitch, my nigga. Stop.
We also seen Soulja Boy beefing with Blueface. And in that beef with Blueface, he dropped the Addy that was in Fruittown hood. So I don't know. I think Soulja Boy just playing. You know what I'm saying? It's just some antics. But he didn't claim they set, man. And he went over there. Regardless of how he got treated, there's a lot of motherfuckers that get treated bad in their hood. So he claimed the shit. He on the list. Soulja Boy is not going to be a reputable member of Fruittown Piru. No matter what the G homies over there say, whoever sanctioned him, whoever say he good in the hood, the fact is going to remain that he's not going to be a stand-up member from FTP. Now, it also was said that when he locked it up, he was in PC. And niggas gonna pull that high power shit. Now, fuck that, man. Soulja Boy is not playing. He's not surviving true LA politics or the LA County Jail. This nigga playing with this Fruittown shit. And I don't know how all these out-of-town dudes is coming to this one hood specifically. I just don't get it. Now, they do have Gonzalez Park, and Gonzalez Park is gonna serve as like a hub for a lot of Piru activities. So I don't know if niggas is going up there and getting sanctioned in or whatever, but whoever is giving the okay, giving the green light for dudes like Soulja Boy, Chris Brown, Rich Mula, maybe they need to be in question. Look, I'm not from there. I don't know. I'm just saying the selection is real funny right now. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, we know how we coming with Soulja Boy. We know what we giving him. A fucking F. Stop playing with this shit, Soulja Boy, man. Fruittown, be more selective. These out-of-town niggas not doing it. They making the shit look bad. Now, the next dude on the list is going to be a cat that signed to YG 400. Now, this dude going to be out of Watts. We got D3, Bounty Hunter Watts Bloods.
When you see me with this rat, just know it's blood. Niggas tripping, niggas don't put love. 10 million hit your body, fuck you up. Got bad bitches shaking ass in the club. Riding with my Glock, but it's dirty. I'm in your ass like a Murphy. I fucked her good off this perky. He got pumped up in his bed, now he gets sturdy.
Now, D3, I done seen him a grip of times in person with YG, man. They seen them move together. And like we said, when we touched on YG has a pretty solid reputation in the city, man. He's somebody that can guide you right, it seemed like, when it comes to navigating these streets in LA. And we see D3 as kind of like a little homie to him. You know, he's a young dude, but he's also from a very active set in the Bounty Hunters. Now, a key thing we seen about D3 recently was his beef with GBO Gaston. Now, that nigga's a goofy, but we did see that nigga pull up to what is assumed to be D3 actual crib, where he dropped the location of D3 house. You know, I don't know what the fuck is going on with GBO Gaston. We know he's down right now, but we have seen D3 kind of put himself in some just some young nigga situations. We seen him online with the niggas from BPS. That was just a weird ass situation where the nigga from BPS kind of having friction in his hood, trying to use D3 as an example, you know, and D3 just sitting there, you know, speaking his piece. And we also seen him kind of going at it with some bitch online where things got messy, and it just looked real messy. But overall, what I see out of D3 is just a real young nigga, you know, and it seemed like he trying to find his way in this industry shit. Now, this may just be online. He don't seem to have the best reputation online. Again, his hood is active. He's claimed to be active, and he's rolling with some active members. But just the shit online that we seen, he got to clean it up. Maybe level up over niggas. You know what I'm saying? Stop putting himself in just weird positions on live, as a lot of motherfuckers do. It's nothing normal, but we got to give D3 a beat based on what we seen, man. Stay off them live with these weirdos, man. Now, the next dude we got on the list is going to be a blood out of South Central, man. We got Joe Moses, Van Ness Gangsta Brims. Now, Joe Moses, man, he actually has done a lot of positive shit for the city, man. We see Joe Moses with his hands in a lot of shit. We've also seen him bring Future to the 50s, man. And VNG is not a hood that a lot of people may really know about. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a hood that's really rival with the 60s, but they a real reputable hood in South Central, man. And the place I used to go to a lot in that hood was Fishtown. Before that fish spot opened up next to Woody's off Slauson, man, Fishtown and the VNGs used to be the spot. But nonetheless, man, Joe Moses, like I said, has been a real positive figure for the city. Now, he did have a beef with like T.I. or some shit a while back. And I don't know the exact situation between him and Crip Mac, but Him and Crip Mac is just natural enemies. Being from the 50s, neighborhood Crips and the VNGs, it's not clicking. But Joe Moses seems to get a lot of respect from his section. Like I said, it's not a lot of dudes coming out of his section, like Fruittown. You know, it's not a lot of random people that's going to be claiming VNG. That's one of them hoods that you really got to be from, really from that area. But again, man, Joe Moses, his activity is there. He seemed to have pull, has a lot of respect from his homies. We've also seen him have a decent relationship with Nipsey, and a lot of people did. That's nothing new. Whether they was enemies of Nipsey or the 60s or not, they seem to have a good relationship with him. So we see, again, Joe Moses, solid individual from VNG. We got to give Joe Moses an A for bringing that positivity to the city. We've seen restaurants, clothing lines, all kind of shit from Joe Moses, man. And that's a good look for the city. And he ain't got no smut on his name, no bullshit, no paperwork. Still good in his hood. Now, the next dude on the list is going to be somebody who sometimes is, but claims he isn't an affiliate. We got AZ Chike. Now, AZ Chike name really came to fame when he was beefing with Draco. We all remember the Ingleweird track. We remember AZ Chike and him putting out the Draco diss. One key thing we see with AZ Chike.
Okay, Fendi, Gucci, Louis, that ain't new to me. So only Bloods party. Oh, that's bull with me. She know what that head finna do to me. I know him and him, but bitch, who is he? Pussy good.
He always with the Bloods. We done seen him in the song with Frosty. It's an all blood party. We done seen him in the jungles with E Killer, with them crunchy hoes. And he's seemingly like Rucci's right-hand man. He be flamed up. Man, he pushed this B-Dog shit. But then, when niggas question when he got put on, niggas saying he was put on at 25. He's not reputable. Where is he actually from? He's proceeded to say that he ain't from nowhere.
I mean, if you know me, you know better than that. Like, you know what I'm saying? What can I gain from joining a gang at 25 that I already got right now?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I want to be a groupie to a gang and I got my own groupies?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna win joining a gang. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, niggas didn't ask me.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you gotta, you know what I mean, do your thing. I really told niggas like, oh, you're really trying to put me on, huh?
Yeah.
Like, I'm grown as fuck though.
Yeah.
What the fuck I look like? I would rather thug it like this. It is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said. Matter of fact, if I got put on at 25, who put me on? What's my hood name? Let's talk about it.
Bottom line.
Let's talk about it. I'm Lil What, Tiny What, Infant What.
Yeah.
How many niggas put me on? What day was this? Hood day, barbecue, 4th of July? What was it?
That shit don't fucking add up, man. You not finna be hanging with a bunch of Bloods. You got blood coming out your mouth. And in all, representing the Bloods. But you gonna say you not a Blood. This is that fool shit right here. This that weird shit right here, man. AZ Chike is presenting it. I don't know, man. To me, that's some weird, scary shit. And maybe he don't want to admit, or maybe he don't really want to get put on because of his age, because this hood ain't where he came from. Whether it's Inglewood family, neighborhood, Piru, Centinela Park, maybe he feels like he gonna get laughed at by the outsiders like he already did for fucking with these niggas. But man, the cat's out the bag. And the thing with AZ Chike, man, recently, we have low-key seen him trying to separate himself from the Bloods. Now, I don't know if it's because he wasn't trying to claim alignment exclusively. If them niggas told him, hey, get put on or get on, I can't say. But we do see him try to have a little different narrative to his public presence. But my thing is, the damage has been done. You know, you did try to align yourself or not align yourself, whatever the case was. This is what we know this nigga as putting on and hanging with the Bloods. Again, even being his age, hanging with these niggas. The whole city already associates you with these niggas. Nigga, you may as well at this point go ahead and get courted on. Cause I bet, nigga, if niggas going to slide on some of his homies or Rucci, if niggas slide on niggas that he with, they looking to get him too. Why? Cause he with these niggas. He represent this Blood shit. And to talk about he not a Blood, hey, that's what's gonna get this nigga an F. That's that weird shit. You got niggas like Soulja Boy and Chris Brown representing this shit. You sitting there scared playing, but want to take part in the beef, want to take part in the activities of this shit, and not be full-fledged with this shit. AZ Chike got an F. Now, next on the list, we got RJ from Eastside Athens Park Bloods.
Ay, pop out, zombie up, we
brought chops out, hot style. Big smoke, we going rock house. Watch out, OGs, they got maxed out. Big drip, overseas, they took the tax out. Big whoop, nah, I ain't never been shy about it. AM, little bitch, you gon' die about it. Whoop gang, yeah, that's me. Chopper on the shoestring, bitch, I'm him. Jordan with the hoop.
Now, starting off, man, we know Athens Park is an extremely active set. This hood gonna border South Central, Compton, and Gardena. They in the mix of it all. But RJ has been a dude in the LA scene for some time now. But one thing that kind of stick out about RJ, and it's a couple dudes on this list, or a couple bloods that kind of represent the city, that are kind of like lackluster with their gangbanging. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like RJ is one of them dudes. He's more just a rapper from his hood. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like one of them guys, you know? But we did see him, man. We did see him catch a fade. I don't know if that was his homies from Athens. We saw him catching a fade in his hood. The fade looked extra ugly. The shit was nasty. He had no business out there is what I would say. But RJ still has been putting on for the city, man. He's still putting on for Athens. Now, it was a situation where niggas was saying he was beefing with Draco. Now, it's came out that may have been inflated. You know what I'm saying? And he's deflected that in multiple interviews. You know what I'm saying? He said he done cleaned it up or whatever the fuck it was. But that was a situation that did transpire. And then there was a situation with him between 03 Greedo. And apparently that was squashed. I don't know. My thing is, RJ does play it safe with this gangbanging shit. He plays it safe, especially to be from a hood like Athens. But with that being said, we don't see no smut on RJ name. We haven't seen him do no real bunk shit in the streets. You know, he's still representing this blood shit. And overall, man, I think we got to give RJ a beat. You know what I'm saying? He's not an overly active motherfucker in the streets. And he doesn't seem to be turning anything down as well. Like we said, we didn't see him do what he said he was supposed to do in the streets with his homies a while ago. But that's what it is. You know, kind of like a little bit lackluster with the gangbanging, man. We're going to give RJ a beat. Now, next on the list, we got a dude that kind of got like a cult following. And we got Jay Worthy from Westside Piru. Now, Jay Worthy, man, he has a solid reputation in the city. A lot of people fuck with him. We see him fucking with all the Damus, Bloods, and Pirus throughout the city. Now, it was said that he moved down from Canada straight to his hood in the Westside Pirus. And man, there's a lot of Westside Piru representation that we have to the masses coming out the city. Kendrick Lamar has also been somebody that's been linked to the Westside Pirus. Of course, we got Wale the Sensei. We got J3. The Westside Pirus produce a lot of shit that we see coming out of Compton. But like I said, man, Jay Worthy's shit doesn't just stop with messing with the Bloods or the Pirus. We didn't see them have a joint tape with G Perico. We didn't see them fucking with Larry June in the Bay. This nigga rep from being from Westside Piru seemed to be very solid. And it was said that he used to fuck with Suge Knight. And you know, like we said with Jay Worthy, man, he did come from Canada. Now, I'ma just draw a straight line to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It is some allegations floating, allegedly, with the ties that Jay Worthy has to the Westside Pirus, the ties that Kendrick Lamar has to the Westside Pirus, and the ties that Jay Worthy has back to Canada. There's been some allegations about the Westside Pirus taking part in that situation that happened at Drake's mansion. Now look, this is just what niggas done said in the streets. That's nothing I would say that I know exclusively about. Now, could that situation be true? I don't know. Again, we talking allegedly here. You know, and this is a long shot to the dark. But Drake did all that talking about where Kendrick not from, whatever the fuck he was saying, and some niggas end up sliding. Let me just say that. Man, I don't think Jay Worthy got any smut on his name. He seemed to have been active when he popped out and moved to Compton. And he's a well-respected dude on this side of the city, man. And with that being said, man, we got to give Jay Worthy an A. He represent this shit right. And like I said, man, a lot of people respect his stance and his hood where he from and respect him being from that hood. Jay Worthy got an A, man. And another Westside Piru we got on the list is going to be Hitta J3.
I want the Rollies bust down, Cuban links bust down, the APs bust down, Petite bust down, everything bust down, the work bust down, Pinky ring bust down, Jesus peace bust down, the Rollie bust down, Cuban links bust down, the AP bust down, Petites bust down, everything bust down, the work bust down, Pinky ring bust down, Jesus peace bust down. Penthouse suite from Section 8.
Now, Hitta J3 is a dude that really be in this section, man. He really do be patrolling in them streets, man. And he represent Westside Piru the right way. Now, this a dude that got ties throughout the city with a lot of dudes. We done seen him fucking with Jap 5, with the Baby Stones, with Draco, with Jay Worthy. And he been around for a long time representing this Westside Piru shit. But the thing about J3, man, he's an active member in this set. It's no denying that. We done seen him get popped in this section. We done seen him get popped in the Hoovers. And his ties to the Hoovers is how he has a good relationship with Jap 5. This is also somebody that has put down good words for Kendrick Lamar being from this section as well. I'm not going to say Kendrick is an exclusive Westside Piru member, but he is from this section. You know what I'm saying? But J3 is somebody that's definitely been outside with it. Definitely put down for Westside Piru. Definitely got no smut on his name. And with that being said, we got to give Hitta J3 an A as well. Westside Piru got some real tight-knit representatives from they set, man. Now, last on the list, man, we got another Piru from Compton who came out with YG and was a real blessing to the city, man. We got Treetop Piru, Slim 400. Now, when Slim 400 first hit the scene, man, we seen such an eccentric personality coming out of Compton, man. He had a real bubbly personality. The nigga was funny. And we seen a real reputable from his section. Again, he came out with YG. And then he progressed to having his own shit, Ice Water. And with him immediately hitting the scene, we seen the activity in him. We seen the impact. And we progressed to see the reputation from him. And he also helped YG's street cred a bit when he hit the scene. When we see YG really moving with niggas from Treetop and some young reputable niggas from Treetop. And we've seen a lot of Pirus and Bloods fuck with Slim across the city. And we did see kind of YG not really fucking with him on the music. Not saying they fell out, but the music, you know what I'm saying? They kind of went their separate ways with that shit. But I still feel like they were still homies up until Slim's untimely demise. You know what I'm saying? But we seen Slim go through a couple situations where he almost lost his life before actually losing his life. I think it was one situation where he was on the 110 and got popped at. If I'm not mistaken, it was the 110. And it seemed like he was a true factor for niggas, a true trophy from his hood. And it was also said that Slim was a part of helping set up Treetop Piru sets in Texas and St. Louis. I don't know how true that is, but we can say Slim was a verified factor from his section. Now, we all know the situation that happened to Slim, and there was some shit that came out, a video that came out, and there was a lot of Bloods and Pirus that weren't happy with how the situation transpired on how that video got to the public of Slim's passing. He was fucking with Wack 100. Wack 100 was somebody that was vocal in that situation. Now, we don't know exactly who leaked that video. It may have been Wack 100, as usual. If I'm not mistaken, it was, man. And niggas was on Clubhouse talking about the shit. But nonetheless, it's rest in peace to Slim 400, a verified factor, somebody who really represented this Piru shit the right way. We got an A for Slim 400, man. Rest in peace. But in all, man, again, when going through this list, we talking about activity, impact, and reputation in your hood, in your section. How these niggas have been representing the city, representing their gangs from LA to the public. As you can see, a lot of motherfuckers is on the fence with this shit. The Blood list, a little different than the Crip list. You know what I'm saying? It's, man, I don't know. I don't know if it's the drama. I don't know what it is. The Crips more up and down. The Blood's kind of more straight to the point. It's a lot of A's with it, a lot of F's. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of in-between shit that's going on with the B-Dogs right now as representatives of the city. But with that being said, man, like, comment, and subscribe to this shit. Rap News Street Politics, the best hood channel on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on bunk ass TikTok. Whatever it is, man, get up with us. Rap News Street Politics.